Hello and welcome to this tutorial for Roody Reindeer, joining his legs to his belly, basically his gusset, to give him a longer body. I'm Mandy and I designed for the Knitty Critters brand. Okay, so here you've got Roody, and you see he's got a belly here, and this is the bit that is we're going to explain today. So the first thing you have to make is the gusset, as we call it, the underbelly, which is just a small rectangular piece. Then you have to make 4 legs, and these are all covered in other tutorials that you'll see on working in the round, working by row to row. And I've lost a leg somewhere. Oh, here it is. My 3rd leg, because you fasten off the first 3. When you get to the 4th one, you keep it attached to your working yarn. And what we're going to do now is join the legs and the gusset all together to create the standing position of Roody. So with my marker in the stitch on the hook, I'm going to crochet round 8. So, and it's just a UK double crochet, which is the equivalent to an American single crochet. So depending on how you were taught and which videos you watched, you could be doing single crochet or double crochet. And because I'm talking, I've lost count. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, let's just check the pattern. And what it tells me to do now is to take the gusset, and we're going to work 7 double crochet into the longer side of the gusset. And really the easiest way to do that is, as there's 5 rows, you just do 2 in the first section, 1 at each end of the row, and 2 in the last one. So we've got our leg here. We're going to go straight into this section here, which is like the last stitch on the gusset, and we're just going to do 2 double crochet in that section. Then we're going to find sort of areas where the hook will naturally go into. So we've done 2, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's actually worked out quite well without having to do 2 in the last stitch. So there's your 7 across there. You then have to pick up another leg, and in the stitch next to where you fastened off is then from that point you're going to go into that stitch, and from there you're going to do 10 double crochets around that leg. So 1, 2, 3, 9, 10. I probably did it too quick earlier, but the way you count your stitches is with the V's on the top. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You then take another leg, and again working at the same sort of point straight after the fastened off stitch, and we're going to do another 10 around that leg. So we're joining them all together. So these will be the 2 front legs, because majority of my Knitty Critters are started at the back. So I've lost count again. I know there's 14 stitches on the leg, so I'm just going to count back 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's my 10. Now it's at this point where you can kind of stand up Roody's legs and lift the gusset. Don't do it that way because you're going to have a twist in it. If you just pull it up, and that's where you're going to work again 7 double crochet along this side of the gusset. So we're just picking up stitches on the edge. So that's 3, 4, 5, and we'll do 2 in this last one. 6, 7. Now you might ask why I'm doing 7 instead of 6 or 5, because there's only 5 rows. It's to do with the next round and the mathematics of getting everything even and multiplying by a certain number so that it all works out right to the end. So now we've got something that looks like that. So we take the next leg, the last leg, and again we're going to pick it up and we're going to work 10 around this, 10 double crochet around this leg from the same place. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I should have 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you've got your 4 legs here, like this, and the pattern will tell you to bring this last leg to meet the first leg you worked with the white marker in, and you count back from that marker, because if you remember we did 8 stitches round here and every other leg had 10 on, so we need to make this leg even with the others. So you count back from the marker 1, 2, which means you should have 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, correct. And then you double crochet into those 2 stitches. Now this marker is now the beginning and end of your rounds. So we'll take that out of here, pop it in the one on the hook, and we now got to do 3, 11, 12, 3 rows of just straight round with 54 stitches. Now these ends that you were instructed to leave when you fastened off the legs, these are the ends you're going to use to sew these gaps. So you would sew 2 of those 4 stitches on the leg to the gusset and the other 2 to the other leg, and that likewise making a sort of T shape there, and the same at the front end as well.